Yo, this is your boy Mind Control coming back with another video. And we're playing the Extra Deck Zero. This event is majorly stupid, right? Dumb event because of the decks that are unbanned. And I'm going to say up the top, Yugioh. Yugioh should definitely have more restrictions than they do, but they're completely unbanned. So this is one deck that I do not like playing against. And I had a gameplay where we was going back for like 8 turns, and I forgot to save it. So the gameplay is lost, and I'm not going to try to recreate it. But yeah, I end up losing that battle anyways. But these next ones are against some of the better decks in this event. But this is like the most dumbest event in my opinion. But with that being said, let's cue the intro. And we're back, and we're playing Subterror. And if you've been a subscriber for quite some time, you will know that I used to main this deck, but it got power crept. So what we have a hand of Crackdown, which I got off of a random draw. We got the Iron Thunder, and we got the Final Battle, which is one of the best cards in the deck. Well, let's see how this one fares. So we're playing against Flanders, and he got the Robina. He called by the grave, the freaking Ash. We cracked down his Robina, and I think what he does, he tried to flip this face down, and I use the Iron Thunder. So this is like a big chain link, just to start the game off. And for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, he's still able to freaking activate his Robina to get the search. What the heck? I thought Crackdown freaking negates it, but he can't use this effect. Whatever. Anyway, go. So he gets the what's this? The Eglin. Try to grab an extra deck monster. So I flip it face down so he can't like use it to tribute off, right? So this pretty much kills his turn. He gets the continue spell, shuffle 2 cards back into the deck to draw 2, and I think you get 2 face down cards, and then he ends the turn. So right now we're not in a good spot, but at the end of the day, it's still Flanders, so it's not like difficult. So he used infinite impairments, and I did something stupid. I forgot that I could only like flip the Robina face down, and I'm pretty much giving it back because of the Crackdown is not equipped me anymore, so I did something stupid. But all in all, I still was able to destroy this, but it goes in advantage, so you kind of like have an opportunity to come back. All in all, but we're not scared because we're into the advantage a little bit. So he tried to chain block the Robina so he can get another card, but he don't know that we got the Imperm Tuck, and we get rid of the freaking continuous spell. I forgot the name of this card. The Unexpected Winds. And then we use Final Battle to flip this face up so we can get another draw. And then we flip that face down so he don't use the Unexpected Winds to tribute off cards that are on the field. So he gets the Fiend, which is basically like an Omni in hand. And since we have the Final Battle, we can basically use Final Battle to make nothing. Like he basically can't call by the grave it. So yep, like I said. So the card that Final Battle does, Final Battle has 3 effects, right? Final Battle has, you can change one card face up, or you can change one card face down. That's the 2. You basically can flip it up or flip it down. The second one is the attack and defense of one Subterror monster on the field becomes double the combined main attack. So basically you can double attacks, so it can basically be like a tower. And the last one is, this turn, activated effects of Subterror cards cannot be negated. So he called by the grave the Fiend, but the effects still go through. So it basically is like a miscellaneous source, and basically you can't negate none of the effects. So call by the grave does nothing. So to kill these chain links, we still negate that card, which basically let him get another extra summon, no summon, so he could pretty much start negating things off the field. And I thought that was a good card to negate. So let's go to the next replay. And we're back. And this time we're going second. So we have a decent hand. And we're playing against Nouvelle, which is a pretty good card. I mean, pretty good deck for this event. It has fun interactions. It's not too overpowered. It's an extremely fair deck. And yes, it's kind of hard to beat over these towers for the simple fact that if you're attacking into it, it can trip you off your monster. So it's almost like Rika, but with extra steps. But we're not really worried about it. What we have now, we have the heavily prisms. We have Guru. We got Pod Duality, our boy Spell Card Monster Reborn, and we have Megaverse, which is kind of like a great card to have, right? So we use Rubber Cannon so we can basically get around the whole he's gonna tribute off our monster, so we can flip everything face down involuntarily, right? So he get the fill spell, which is the restaurant, and he's basically doing more ritual summon plays. Now I'm not going to try to say the names of these monsters because they're in French and I don't speak French, even though I try to speak French. And this is one thing that you make sure you don't do. You do not activate the card because you don't get a draw. So I could have just said it, but I'm an idiot. I activated it also, and it's pretty much, I got short a card. And I thought it could be smart, but this is when I figured out that you can't freaking activate the card. So then I know he had the chef's recipe around here somewhere, which is an Omni Negate, and I'm glad he got rid of it right now versus getting rid of it later. But all in all, yeah, we're kind of cooked. We Omni Negate that mostly so we can get this Guru's flip face down. For the most part, that's what we really needed that to be face down, so he can't attack into it and tribute it off, and then basically tribute climb up into the monster, not the monster, but the boss monster, and then tribute off the whole field. So we need everything face down. So we end up using Harpies, and he dumps the Ash for whatever reason. So I guess that's the one card that he wanted out of his deck, which is a very good card against his deck anyways, but it is what it is. So we get rid of that one, so we can get our Fame monster back on deck, and then we use that to flip our monster down, face down, so he can't use anything. And we're basically playing the long game so we can figure out how can we get rid of cards that can't be targeted, right? So we use Final Battle to flip Guru face up, and then we're like, okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're going to basically go one by one and flip these monsters down, face down, and use our Omni Negate. But I don't know, what did I do? Oh, it's because I negated it and then I sent it to the grave, which is the wrong answer. But it's all good though. It's just basically killing them with extra steps. But this time we're not going to fail, right? So we're going to flip it face down, and then we're going to negate that, right? Oh no, we're going to Ash it. Which, I don't know why is that an Ash symbol. Like, you can Ash that effect. And then we're going to be able to flip that face down. And we can flip it right back up. And then now, you're done for. And then we're going to negate that with the same one that we use, the Nemesis, Arch Nemesis. And then it's pretty much GG's from there. And then we could get Fiend back to hand with the Concave. So this deck is pretty interactive. It's almost like a stun deck almost, but a little bit better because it doesn't give you the whole you can't play. It just kind of like aggravate the hell out of you. Let's go to another replay. And we're back, and we're going first. And with a hand like this, it's kind of like you rather have better cards than this, but it is what it is. In this event, a lot of people set one card face down in the past, so it's not like abnormal, but at the same time, this is with Subterror, so it's a lot better. So he used his card to flip our card face up. Thank you very much. And we're definitely gonna imperm that. So no, he can't use the effect on the first activation. I think only on the second. So then we get our Heavenly Prison on the field, and then we get the Megaverse. And this one, we use Succession just so we can flip it face out. So, but I should have flipped down the freaking Long Drawn, but I don't know, I wasn't thinking. He's still able to destroy it, which is freaking stupid. But we have Guru in the hand, so we're not too afraid. It is what it is. But I kind of figured that he had an impermanent column. That's why he put it there, because he knew what that was. But we somehow drew into a freaking hidden valley. Hidden city, my bad. Anyways, so it kind of like, damn if you do it, damn if you don't. So we're basically getting our plays going, yeah. Get rid of the Ryzen, and then smack him for 3,000. And it's pretty much GG's, because now we're in control. We're basically doing what whatever this deck does, is control the duel. Vanquish Soul, and then we got rid of the Ryzen just because I feel like since we already used our Army Negate to get rid of the freaking Dark Hole, we want to get rid of that monster too, so he can't basically double up effects. And then since it's face down, we'll get more advantage and do it again. So I said this deck was a stun deck. It's a control deck. It's a super control deck, and hence the name Mind Control. We control the mind. Got mind control with Evo. And we're back, and we're going second. Now this is a better hand to have. Of course no Maxi, because there's no Maxi. But at the end of the day, we still have good cards that we can play. So playing against Blue Eyes deck, or Dragon deck, or whatever you want to call it. And we have Hidden City. We got the Thing, we got Imperm, we got Drill Cannon, right? So we have everything. And he Cosmic Cyclone our Hidden City. Feels super bad. Super duper bad, and he didn't use any other cards. So we have a dead Thrust in our hand too. So you use Sage again, because why not? Why not have two, right? And then he gets a bunch of effects, and we just immediately imperm this because why not, right? I'm not gonna lose it for free. So we imperm the Dark Spirit of White. What is it? White Dragon? Whatever it's called. And then we just flip it face down, and he did something stupid. He tried to use the effect, but it's still negated, buddy. So whatever. I wanted to see if I can basically survive another turn, and he basically helped us out himself. So I flipped his face up and see if he have any cards to activate, just so I can pretty much use the thrust, and still he choose not to use anything. And I think he had this one is he had the same card face down that he used before, and I'm like, nah. Since we got Venus, Nemesis has an effect where if you control another Subterror monster, if you attack a face down monster, it just shuffle it right back in the deck. So it doesn't even flip over or activate. It goes right back in the deck. So it's good where you can get rid of big boss monsters. So we call by the grave the White Stone, since it has an engrave effect, and we don't want him to like pretty much draw into it and put it face down so we can get more cards. So we just get rid of it. So I think I get Iron Thunder, yep. Just so I can have an Army Negate. Smack him for 200. I mean, smack him for 2100. What is it? 2200. And then in turn, 20. And then he used this card, which is basically summons a card from graveyard. And we really don't want you to summon anything. And I'm okay with that. Nemesis being face down, because when it's to get destroyed, you can special summon a sub-tier monster from the deck, and I'm definitely summon. I think add one to hand. I'm definitely gonna get Guru, which basically it will be GG's. I think I got one more replay, then we're gonna go to the deck list. And we're back. And we have a decent hand, ain't it? Hell yeah. So, Bingo Machino. And we're playing against another Blue Eyes deck, which is kind of like, I'm happy. Oh yeah, I forgot he did that. Dealt my whole hand, but then I get a Hidden City, so I'm okay with that too. But dealt my whole hand. I imperm that. I don't know why I didn't ash it, but I just chose the imperm. I don't know why. But I impermed the Dictator of D. Pause. So he set one to pass. So I got all my, pretty much all my cards in the deck. I meant in the graveyard, my good cards, and I put in Hidden City, and he immediately scoops. I was going to imperm the freaking Blue Eyes monster that come back with destruction, so he was going to be cooked anyways. Let's go to the deck list. And we're back. And this is the deck list. So we got 3 Fiends, 1 Nemesis Archer, which is basically the monster that at the start of the battle phase, we have 2 Subterror monsters. You battle face down monster, you can shuffle it right back in the deck, which is good for removal. 3 Ash, 3 Guru. We have 1 Bottomant, which is a removal also, but it banished, which is pretty good because if you have it in hand and you turn a monster on the field face down, you can special summon this. So this is also good. We got 3 Heavenly Prisons. We have one of the other big boss monsters. This one basically change all other face-up monsters to face down. And this is why I use to pretty much get rid of Yugioh monsters. I will do this, flip it face down, use Nemesis to attack, shuffle it back in deck, so we can pretty much get over, what's it called, the Nightmare Pain. But the replay I had, it was like 8 turns. I forgot to save it, and I didn't want to delete one of my other replays, so I ended up losing it. But this is a good monster too, so both of these, removal, change everything face down, so you pretty much have major control of everything. Got Harpies, Part Duality, which we really don't do special summons in this deck, so its card's pretty much perfect. 2 Thrusts, 3 Hidden Cities, 1 Cave Clash, which is pretty much the recursion of the deck. It all Subterror monsters control gain 500 attack and defense for every face down monster. So if you got 4 face down monsters, you get the 2,000 damage, 2,000 attack and defense. And also when you if you inflict damage, like battle damage to your opponent, you can grab 1 Subterror monster from your graveyard and add it to hand. So this is basically all the recursion that you can pretty much get. Since if you put all your things in grave, they pretty much got done for without Cave Clash. We got Call in the Grave, spell card Monster Reborn, which is another way to get Fiend back on field. And Fiend is just like a Ghost Ogre. You can use this effect from hand or on field, so you can pretty much just like send this to the grave. And once it goes to the grave, then you're good to go. And another thing that's bad about this card is it doesn't work under anything that doesn't like banish your monsters. It got to be sent to the graveyard, so keep that in mind. We got Final Battle, Megaverse, Imperm, Secession. I only use this card because I needed more cards. I think the card's kind of trash, to be honest. Druma Cannon, which is basically, it's a flip deck, so of course use the Iron Thunder and Crackdown. I will add more Crackdowns. Iron Thunder is pretty good. I'll get rid of this, and then any more tech cards, now I just take out these and beef up the extra deck, and then put more, like, I might put some stun cards in there, like maybe Skill Drain, because these monsters don't care about Skill Drain also, since you have the Final Battle. And the Final Battle was like one of the best cards in the deck. The activated effects of Subterror cards cannot be negated. If you use Skill Drain and you pop a Final Battle, you're pretty much good to go. You can pretty much use all the effects of your Subterror monsters. And also, these are not one of one, but you can use each Final Battle separately. it's not once per turn, it's once per card. So if you use this one at the beginning of the turn, and then use this one to beef up the attack if you try to attack your monster, good. Also, Hidden City has another effect too, so pretty much once you get the you activate the card, you can add a Subterror monster from deck to hand. Next thing is you can flip one face down monster. What was it? No, it's a Subterror monster from face down to face up. So when the first thing you want to do is activate Hidden City, grab Guru, place Guru face down, flip it face up, you activate this effect. That's the main thing that you want to do if you don't have Guru in hand. You add it. If you do have Guru in hand, you add a Fiend. You summon Guru face down, flip it face up, add Final Battle. Second effect is if once per turn, when an opponent monster declares an attack, so it don't have to be a Subterror monster, it has to be an attack. You could change one face down position Subterror monster you could control, and then you could basically flip it face up and negate the attack. So if they attack with one monster, use the Hidden City, negate the attack, then use whichever card you flip up. If it's Guru, you can activate its effect and add the monster to hand, and then you could use Final Battle, raise the attack. So when they say attack, your junk go to 3400. It killed himself, or you can use the Final Battle. Say that the cards can't be negated, and then flip that card face down. So pretty much you got a lot of control when it comes to this deck, and I love it. It's a slow deck, and if you don't go first or if you go second, they can pretty much blow you out with these big ass boards, and this deck don't play good against boards. But with that being said, my name is Mind Control. I'm glad you tuned in. Hopefully you had fun in this boring ass fucking event. But I'm here for the gems, and that's it. It's a heist. With that being said, cue the outro.